folks, it's me, Brian, and this is what I'm also drinking tonight. I'm drinking cinnamon flavored whiskey from the Big Hot Spirits Company in Princeton, Minnesota. If you haven't seen some of my other videos with minis, I probably should make a playlist of minis. Um, Princeton, Minnesota is a place frequently mentioned that produces minis. I think it's one big old company, and they have a bunch of subsidiaries that call themselves distilleries, or in this case, spirits companies that make the individual spirits. Because it's no coincidence. A lot of these minis that are made from these cheap little plastic plate that are made in a cheap plastic container um, that I find in Total Wine are from Princeton, Minnesota. A whole bunch of them. And this is yet another one. And they're all cheap, right? These are all the 99 or the 129 or the 149 um, variation of minis. And for the most part, they mostly stink. Um, but, like I said before, I can't resist a 99 cents mini. I mean, it's only 99 cents. Why not? So, of course, I'm going to try this to see how it stacks up with Fireball, which is, the heavyweight in the cinnamon whiskey category. So, when it comes to Fireball, its appearance, this Fireball right now would be winning. Like, this was a boxing match between Fireball and Big Hot Spirits. Fireball would be winning because this looks like urine. It's very light colored. Um, it looks like urine. Can't say anything other than like it looks like urine. Is very unappealing, and it could be a little bit darker. But they're probably rushing through production to make something like this, right? It costs $1.29. Uh, Anything that costs that cheap is not going to go through some type of rigorous production and quality and have a bunch of quality. So here's what it looks like. Um, Smells like bubblegum. Smells like, not bubblegum, it smells like Big Red. So it does smell like cinnamon. I'll give it that. Doesn't smell as much as cinnamony as um, its competitor, a Fireball. Lost, had a brain fart there, but it does smell like cinnamon. So let's give it a taste. Prost, my friends. As expected, a lot of sugar, a lot of neutral spirit taste to it, not a lot of whiskey to it, like a spiciness to it. Interesting, like a spiciness to it. It's like a peppery spiciness and a little bit of cinnamon. The spiciness is actually making me, feel a little sweaty, to be honest. Some spiciness and some cinnamon. It doesn't have as much cinnamon taste as Fireball. Fireball definitely beats it. So Fireball beats it in its appearance. Fireball beats it in terms of its taste. But I will say this. This is a poor man's Fireball. And I'm not encouraging this, kids. Like, if you are of drinking age, whatever country you live in, 21 if you live here in the US of A, and you don't have a lot of income, and you're deciding whether to choose between Big Hot and Fireball, Big Hot is a good substitution. It's a poor man's Fireball. In fact, dare I say I recommend it? It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. And if you're looking for that cheap whiskey cinnamon taste, which you really get with Fireball also, I mean, you just get a little bit more whiskey taste out of it, but it's really not a whole lot. I mean, it's Fireball. If you're looking for that cinnamon whiskey taste, this Big Hot is almost there. It's almost there. It's a poor man's Fireball. I mean, it is sweet, cloying, peppery, which you don't get with Fireball, but it has enough cinnamon flavor to, be sufficient. So how would I rate this? Well, I'm not going to give it a good rating, okay? Because it's cinnamon whiskey, all right? If you're a real whiskey drinker, like, turn away. Like, you shouldn't even have tuned in to this video. I appreciate your support if you have watched this and you're a real whiskey drinker. I really appreciate your support. But if you are, dibble and dabble in whiskey and, you can't go full whiskey neat or full whiskey on a big ice cube, like oaky, vanilla, either Tennessee whiskey or bourbon. You can't do all of that, and you need some flavor to it, make it peach or whatever. I would say get this, but I'm not going to give it a great score though. Nonetheless, I'll give this like an 80 out of 100. Okay, I mean, it still is a cheap whiskey. It still is something that I'm not going to have in my house. I'm not going to buy a 750 milliliter bottle of this, but I am going to review it for those who might. Who this might be their lane. This is not my lane, but this might be someone's lane. Just like when I'm driving on the Beltway, the fast lane is not always my lane. I might be in the middle lane, I might be in the slow lane. I'm not always in that fast lane, right? So, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying that there's something wrong if you're gonna like this. If you like this and you go for that whole like I'm gonna drink whiskey, but flavored. I'm not gonna pass judgment. So, go ahead, go all at it, go all out. I give this an 80 out of 100. I guarantee you're not wasting your money. You're not wasting your money if you like a flavored whiskey. So there you have it, folks. Another review in the books. I actually surprised myself with this review. I thought it was going to be worse. I thought it was going to be trash, as the kids like to say. But it really wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Big Hot cinnamon whiskey. Golly, the words just keep getting smaller and smaller by the day. It's a shame, y'all. Oh, let me at least read the tagline. Bring the heat. Bring the heat, y'all. This is 60 proof, 30% alcohol by volume. I give it an 80 out of 100. Stay safe, stay sane, and I will see you on the next video.